welcome to Radio Sensation. I'm your host, Dan, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new book I just got in, The Amazing Movie Posters of Thailand. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are. This is The Amazing Movie Posters of Thailand, and it's brought to us by Dark Side Magazine. They have a publishing branch that has done a lot of books. Depending on who the author was, I've really enjoyed some of them, and some of them, whatever. But that's the same way it is with any publishing company. But boy, when they do a good one, they do a good one. And this is by Neil Pettigrew and Philip Jablon. Now, when I first started this channel, which has been like 8 months ago now, I guess, or so, maybe 9. One of the first things I showed off was this book from a German publisher, Creepy Images, Bonsai, Japanese Cult Movie Posters. And the whole idea behind these things is, first off, this book especially has lots of great pictures of Japanese exploitation posters, which are really great. But then they have a Japanese take on American movies through the Japanese posters that were made for them. I just had to be flipping by the Japanese ones. This has a lot of Japanese films in it, and the Japanese have a lot of great exploitation movies of their own. But here's Hammer horror movies, and some more Hammer horror. And it's great to see these other versions. In this picture of Christopher Lee, they added extra big fangs, just so you know that Dracula's the guy with the big fangs. But I was talking about how much I love these, and I think this book is great. But I was going like, man, I really wish someone would do one on the Thailand posters, because those are really the real stunners as far as I was concerned. And so when I was praising this book, and if you haven't looked at this video, you might want to check that out. But when I said that, I had no idea. This book must have already basically been written, because no sooner did I say that in that video than a month later they announced this book was coming out this year. And obviously this book took years to write, and they, just finalized it up. Now, I will say this about the Dark Side books. A lot of times they don't do giant print runs, and many of their best books are out of print and go for big bucks on the aftermarket. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about this and looking at this. If you think this looks like it's up your alley, you might want to jump on it. Anyway, I pre-ordered this. It just came today. I did a very quick jump through. Not enough to know for sure what all's in here, but you can see all the different, there are some Thailand movies on here, some of the weirder stuff, but a lot of this is U.S. And the other, English and things like that, other countries. So let's take a quick look through here. Here's a cool looking poster for Time Bandits. Boy, I tell you, acknowledgements, the chapters, decades of horror posters, the films of George Romero, Hammer horror, Bond to Beyond, science fiction films, fantasy films, Thai billboard art. They are famous for having huge billboards made with this same kind of exploitive look to them. Action heroes, westerns, sword and sandal, war films, comedy films, crime films, blaxploitation, Italian genre, miscellaneous drama, Chinese language films, Hong Kong and Taiwan, horror and fantasy. Absolutely one of my all-time favorites. There was one of the publishers was going to put out a couple of years ago a 2-volume set on Hong Kong and Taiwanese horror movie posters, and it never happened. I haven't heard anything about it, and that's too bad, because that would have been fantastic. Japanese movies, Thai horror films, deadly wildlife, adult films, and not for the squeamish. Sound like good chapters. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. A Howling poster. Man, that's cool. That's cool. The burning barn at the end. The transformation scene there. Great pictures of the werewolf. Dang. A brief history of Thai movie posters. I have not read this. I know nothing. I don't know what this is going to say. I do have a general overview of it. I bought at one point a book about Thai movie posters, but it was about Taiwanese films with an emphasis on dramas and musicals and things like that. It wasn't very little of the stuff I was interested in. Great. Very, very cool. So it's got, you know, they have a fair amount of history stuff here. That's great. What is... These are huge piles of posters there. Where do I start? Wow, it's got some real... It's a thick book. It's a thick book, no doubt about it. And they're spending a lot of times there. Apocalypse. Wow. Is this the greatest film poster of all time? And here it is, the Apocalypse Now poster. Here's some details from it. They really went all out. And the psychedelic and the colors of this, wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thailand, Witch Woman. You know, this is, you know, The Witch and the Flying Head. You know, these are, these posters, these movies, Mondo Macabre, I guess, put out one of the films. They're wacky as hell. These are good. A lot of times I would see these posters and I wasn't sure if they were for the same movies or not, you know, which ones were which. The look on her face seems to make it seem like a comedy. Oh, I guess some of you might not know that there's this thing where these... well, it's just like what it looks like. The head can go out, and in the movie that I'm most familiar with, a witch curses this woman so that her head goes flying around with her guts hanging from her spinal cord. It flies around and sucks out fetuses and sometimes it looks bigger, babies out of their mother's womb, and brings it back to the witch. Weird stuff. And here we get to the hard posters. That's a good drawing of Gorgo there. Zoltal Killers? Is that what they're calling that there? Good translation. There's the Anthony Quinn version of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. All kinds of stuff here. This is great. Blood of Dracula's Castle. It's fantastic. Looks like he gave her a camel toe. Her outfit. I don't remember that, but maybe. In the original poster, it's a skeleton below the acid. So you see what looks like the body of a pretty girl, but this is all skeleton, and they've drawn her in here with a smiling face. I love being dissolved in acid. Count Yorga. I mean, just all kind. I like all these colors. These colors are so good. The Har Express monster. That is. Here's another poster for frogs that makes the movie look interesting, which it's not. It's so boring. Wow. Look at that Blind Dead poster. This is so great. I'm so happy. I like I said, a lot of times these things sell out pretty quick. So I had pre-ordered, as soon as I saw it, I was like, pre-order. The bloody hole there. It's an interesting take on it. Oh, Squirm. That's a good poster for Squirm. What Queen? Oh, it's Queen Kong. I thought this was a poster for the De Laurentiis one because it's kind of ripping it off. But it's for Queen Kong. That's why it's wearing a headband. That's a good one for the Melting Man. The Island of Dr. Moreau. So much good stuff. So wild. Art posters part 3, the 80s. Spotlight on Friday the 13th. Wow, look at that poster for Friday the 13th. That is a wild one. American Werewolf in London. Jeez. Huh, I'm surprised they don't give away the werewolf on it, but... Scanners. That's a wild Scanners one. That's a good one for Night of the Evil Dead, too. Oh. That Cat People one's pretty wild. Oh, man. Q, the Winged Serpent. That looks great. It makes it look like there's a whole flock of the monsters flying around New York, though. Horror of the Jungle. It's a company of wolves. Just so many. I don't want to... Man. Oh, yeah, the Beyond. Why they? I don't know why it has the 2 there. I wonder if it's saying it's Reanimator 2 or something like that. Speaking of which, where's Reanimator? Did I go past it? I might have gone past it. I'm flying through here pretty quick. The Hidden. They do give away a lot of shit on these posters. The films of George Romero and John Carpenter. Oh, man. That one for Martin makes Martin look like he's about 60 years old. I like that they have the Kurt Russell Elvis movie in here. Snake is looking pretty damn tough there. A great variation on the Thing poster. Chapter 3, Hammer Horror. Japanese did a good job with the Hammer films. I think they're probably pretty used. Oh, that's it. Darn, I was hoping to read more. Oh well. Bond to Beyond. That's funny. Man, some of these I wish they had room to do every one of these posters full size, a full page, because man, they are packed with so much stuff on them. I hope I've been pulling this apart enough for the camera. I realize now I'm probably seeing more of it than you guys. I'll try and, I just don't want to flatten that out right away. I just want to mess up the spine right. A lot of Star Trek-y stuff. All kinds of things. The Mad Max posters. Flash Gordon, E.T., Outland. Wow. E.T. looking all coy. Come on. Wow, that's the poster they came up with for Life Force, man. I was thinking it'd be much more outrageous than that. As crazy as that movie is. Man. Fantasy films. Thief of Baghdad. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Oh, man. Jack and the Giant Killer. These are pretty cool ones. So much good stuff. The Harryhausen. I mean, Beastmaster. Do I see any of the... See, there's some cool monsters I would think they would have had on their poster in this. Conan. I mean, many of these take the American poster, use part of it, and then just add all kinds of stuff. The Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers. Oh, here's the billboard art. Look at the huge sides of this compared to the bus. There's this advertising on the side of a truck for one of the Star Wars prequels. And there it is. So they're painting them in sections, and then they're mounting them up. Action heroes. Bronson, a lot of Bronson. Stallone. It's kind of a weird drawing of him there. And that's kind of funny too. And he's got some pretty severe eye makeup on in First Blood. Clint Eastwood. Westerns. Wow. Sword and Sandal films. Atlas against the Cyclops. You know, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that. You know, I used to see pictures of the Cyclops in different monster magazines, but I don't think I've ever seen the film. War films. Not my favorite. There's the Deer Hunter there. Comedies. Jeez. Again, Sam Raimi got a comedy film on there right away. Yeah, this is weird to see. Smokey and the Bandit. Airplane. Splash. Romancing the Stone. Crime Wave gets a full page. Crime films. Great picture there. The Killers. Lee Marvin looking pretty dang cool. Wow. Sweeney. Nighthawks. Long Good Friday. Not sure how they decided which ones were going to get full pages. I mean, I like the Long Good Friday pretty well. Blaxploitation. Oh, that's a cool one for Abby. Sugar Hill. That's not the greatest likeness there on that Foxy Brown. And this makes her look, this is an odd picture there. But Italian genre films, so The New York Ripper. Jeez Louise. Oh yeah, Great Alligator. That's a good one. Oh, see, this one's so close to some of the ones that have been used. The Island of the Fisherman. That's great. That's a good one too. Bloodkill. Oh yeah, Rats, Night of Terror. I was gonna say that's not the name of that one. Wow. Just wow. So many. So good. I think this overloaded look, this overkill, you know, they managed to do it. They managed to pull it off because of the colors and the way they balanced it and stuff. It's funny, they've got the Warriors here in drama. The things they have in drama are some interesting things. Like you could have put King of the Gypsies in crime. Circle of Iron could have been an action, but Blue Thunder. Emerald Forest. And Top Gun barely looks like anybody in the movies. There's Die Hard. Chinese language films. Oh, there's La Femme Nikita. So here we got a host of the Chinese martial arts films. A lot of early or late 60s, early 70s films. Jimmy Wang Yu, people like that. Going into the Bruce Lee films. There's early Jackie Chan. Wow, a lot of Jackie Chan. Of course, he was huge all over Asia. Oh, good. Encounter of the Spooky Kind. That's a good poster there. Oh, The Witch Net from Nepal. So that one could have been in the. I think they said there's gonna be a horror fantasy section. That's what I'm really beefing up for. Calamity of Snakes. See, the Calamity of Snakes, they use a lot of rubber and fake snakes in this, but they also kill some real snakes, which really sucks. Because it's a fun, weird, over-the-top movie. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, they're not going to be able to stomach it because of this real snake cruelty. And considering that they turn around, they use were real snakes cheaper to get? I mean, because they were happy using fake snakes a lot of the time, so why sometimes use real ones? I don't know. And here's the Hong Kong and Taiwan horror and fantasy. Yeah, Yeah, centipede horror. A lot of cool stuff. I mean, they have, yeah. These, I wish some of these were in a bigger size. That's cool. Mortuary Blues. Jumping Corpses. And Japanese movies. Lots of Godzilla. You know. Thai horror films. So here we go. The Snake Woman. I've never seen that. Looks cool. The problem with this is that even more than the American movies they might mislead you to see is how cheap and unexciting some of these movies are. Like that poster looks so cool, that werewolf, but dang. But I don't know, I haven't seen it, so. Deadly Wildlife. Crocodile, of course, was all over the place. That was easy to see. Tiger King, never seen. The Possessed Crocodile. Wow, just so many adult films. So that's so it's a mixture of you know, other Thailand films, or at least I don't know how much. Yeah, that's a Hong Kong movie. I know that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mixture of countries here. Wow. Oh, that's one of those. I have seen that. Entrails of a Virgin. That's been released here in the U.S. with subtitles. I mean, that is a crazy striking poster. I mean, the look on her face, the fish hook, just everything about it is creepy as hell. Debbie Does Dallas. Fantastic. Not for the squeamish. The Unnameable. That's nothing happens like that in that movie that I remember. But here's going on the offensive. So this is just gruesome moments from the posters. And many of these are not the main part of the poster. They're the little details you see. But but that's Men Behind the Sun, about the atrocities the Japanese committed during World War II and the Chinese. That's a pretty hard to bear movie. And that's a pretty grotesque thing to put on the poster. This is some wild stuff. Boom. Wow. Yeah. Good call out there, people. Good call out. And then here's artist biographies. So a little bit about the guys behind the scenes. Wow. Okay. So there you have it. That was my first look at these two. Like I said, I just barely did one of these jobs before I shot this video. I really have to have time to absorb more of this, but I am very, very happy. I'm very glad that someone did this book. It's something I was really looking forward to seeing, and just all around film. Like I said, if you're interested in it, you might want to order it pretty quick. I know that shipping from the UK right now really sucks, but and I don't know that they're going to have any pickup for I don't think they usually have their books distributed in the US. They do small press runs and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like this, you might also check out my earlier video on the book Bonsai.